Part 1. The Power They Never Saw Coming. Have you ever felt like the world was working against you? Like no matter what you did, no matter how kind, respectful, or patient you were, someone was always there to criticize you, test you, or even take advantage of you? It's a crushing feeling. But then, something changes. You don't explode. You don't beg for justice. Instead, you discover a quiet force inside you, calm, immovable, and stronger than anyone expected. It's not loud, it doesn't shout, but it commands attention the moment it walks into the room. It's a type of inner power, one that turns the tide without needing to raise its voice. Like a storm battering the world around you, yet you remain still like a mountain, untouched by chaos. That's the kind of strength we're diving into today. In this video, I'll show you 10 silent signs that make people fear you not out of intimidation, but out of deep respect. Because when you've mastered yourself, even your enemies will hesitate before challenging you. So, are you ready to unlock that kind of presence? Let's begin. Sign 1. The power of unpredictability. Picture a battlefield. 2 warriors stand on opposite ends. One always moves the same way, predictable, rehearsed, and easy to read. The enemy studies his patterns, learns his moves, and eventually defeats him. But the other? His movements are erratic, his strategy unclear, he strikes when least expected. He's unreadable, and that alone terrifies the enemy. The lesson? People fear what they cannot predict. If others always know what you'll say or how you'll react, they can manipulate you. But when you become unpredictable, when you stop showing all your cards, you take back the power. Powerful people don't reveal everything. They don't always respond. They move silently, strategically. They break patterns, vanish when expected, and appear when it matters most. Change your rhythm. Disappear for a while. Answer when it's least convenient for them. Keep your intentions quiet, and you'll become the kind of person no one can quite figure out. And that mystery? It breeds respect, and yes, a little fear. Sign 2. Fearless eye contact. Ever locked eyes with someone, and they didn't flinch? It's intimidating, isn't it? There's a reason for that. Unwavering eye contact is a subtle but powerful sign of dominance and emotional control. Seneca once wrote, "Brave men rejoice in adversity just as brave soldiers triumph in war." But here's the thing, bravery isn't always loud. Sometimes it's shown with a single look. When you maintain calm, steady eye contact, you're silently saying, "I see you and I'm not afraid." Most people instinctively look away. Why? Because eye contact exposes doubt, fear, and insecurity. But when you hold it not with aggression, but with grounded stillness, they start to question themselves. They wonder, why isn't he looking away? What does he know that I don't? Is he stronger than I thought? And that moment of doubt in them is a victory for you. That's why great negotiators, warriors, and leaders never break eye contact. Because control begins in the gaze. Now that we've unlocked the power of unpredictability and presence, what about the subtle behaviors that leave people stunned without you saying a single word? In Part 2, we'll dive into more silent signs, the kind of strength that can't be faked and can't be ignored. Let's keep going. You're about to discover just how powerful you already are. Part 2. Unseen strengths that command respect. Picking up where we left off. In Part 1, we explored how mystery and presence alone can shift the balance of power. But true strength isn't just about what others see, it's about what you carry within. Today, we go deeper, into the quiet traits that don't just impress people, they make them rethink everything they thought they knew about you. Let's continue. Sign 3. The power to adapt. Imagine a man thrown into the ocean. He's never swum a day in his life. The waves crash. The current is unforgiving. But instead of panicking, he watches. He listens to his breath. He feels the rhythm of the water. He doesn't resist. He learns to float. He survives not because he was prepared, but because he adapted. Enemies expect you to fall apart when life throws you into the deep. They expect you to panic, to quit, to break. But when you stay calm, shift your approach, and move forward despite uncertainty, you become unstoppable. Seneca put it powerfully. Fate leads the willing and drags the unwilling. History's most powerful figures didn't win because everything went their way. They won because they adjusted. They refused to stay stuck. So when life challenges you, don't freeze. Don't resist. Adapt. Learn. Evolve. Because a man who can thrive in any condition is a man who can never be defeated. Sign 4. Unshakable calm amid chaos. Picture a storm, shouting voices, flying accusations, emotions flaring like wildfire. Everyone expects you to snap, but you stand still, calm, quiet, composed. This isn't passivity, it's power. Stoicism teaches us that our real strength is not in what happens to us, but in how we respond. When you can remain calm while everything burns around you, you signal something dangerous to your enemies. You cannot shake me. That's when they realize you don't just survive storms. You are the calm within them. And nothing is more terrifying to those who thrive on chaos than someone who doesn't react to it. Sign 5. Mastering your emotions. Now, picture 2 men in a heated argument. One is red-faced, yelling, slamming fists. The other? Silent, still, his eyes calm, his posture steady. Tell me who really has the power. Rage is loud, but composure is commanding. Enemies expect you to explode, to lose control, to give them the satisfaction of seeing you shaken. But when you don't, they get nervous because they don't know what comes next. Self-control confuses people, and what confuses them often intimidates them. So the next time someone presses your buttons, pause. Breathe. Respond with precision, not emotion, because the one who holds still in chaos holds the high ground. Sign 6. Unshakable alignment with your values. There is a rare kind of power that comes from being deeply anchored in your values. You know who you are. You know what you stand for. And nothing outside of you can sway that. Seneca wrote, "He who is brave is free." And that freedom, it comes from conviction. When your decisions come from a place of internal clarity, others can't manipulate you. They can't confuse you. They can't bait you into losing control. Because your strength doesn't come from approval, it comes from principle. And to people who operate through control and chaos, that kind of consistency is terrifying. They'll throw distractions, temptations, criticism. But you'll stay the course. That's unshakable power. So far, we've uncovered how calm, control, and clarity can silently shift the dynamics of every room you walk into. But we're not done yet. In Part 3, we'll explore the final traits that separate those who survive from those who command. Get ready to master the presence that makes others hesitate before they even dare to challenge you. Part 3. The presence that commands silence and respect. The final chapter. You've walked the journey with strength and control. You've learned how to stay calm under fire, how to protect your energy, and how to unsettle the people who once underestimated you all without saying a word. But the final signs? These are the ones that truly cement your presence in any room. Not through aggression, not through manipulation, but through something far more powerful. Unshakable self-mastery. Let's dive into the final 5. Sign 7. The power to walk away without looking back. There's something deeply powerful about a person who can walk away from conflict without needing to prove anything. Think about those iconic movie scenes. The hero turns their back, walks off calmly, while the enemy is left frozen, realizing they've already lost. Walking away doesn't mean weakness. It means you refuse to waste your time on what doesn't matter. Enemies fear this. Why? Because when you can walk away without hesitation, it shows you don't see them as a threat, not even worth your energy. The less you engage in petty drama, the more powerful you appear. You become untouchable because you've made it clear, not everything deserves my reaction. Master the art of walking away. It's not retreat, it's respecting your peace. Sign 8. The art of strategic silence. There is nothing more unsettling than someone who doesn't over-explain. Imagine this. Your enemy throws a verbal jab, trying to provoke a reaction. You respond with nothing more than a calm nod, a subtle smirk, and then silence. That silence? It's deafening. Because when you don't fill the air with explanations, others are left alone with their own thoughts, their own fears, their own assumptions. And people fear the unknown. Let them wonder, what does he know? Why isn't he reacting? Is he planning something I can't see? Speak less, observe more, and let your silence do what words never could. Keep them guessing. Sign 9. Absolute trust in your own strength. What happens when nothing can shake your belief in yourself? When no insult, no loss, no challenge can touch the core of who you are? That's when others realize, this person cannot be broken. Marcus Aurelius stood strong through betrayal, war, and unimaginable pressure. He didn't need to announce his strength, he simply lived it. That's what quiet confidence looks like. No need to prove. No need to convince. Just undeniable presence. When enemies feel that when they see you unwavering, they don't push harder. They back off. Because nothing is more intimidating than someone who's already convinced of their power. Sign 10. The complete absence of fear. The most dangerous person in any room isn't the one shouting. It's the one who has nothing left to fear. Fear is how people are controlled. Fear of rejection. Fear of loss. Fear of what others might say. But when you eliminate that fear, when you stop flinching, stop second-guessing, stop hesitating, you become untouchable. A fearless man is a force of nature. He's not reckless, he's free. He doesn't need permission. He doesn't seek approval. He simply moves with purpose, with direction, with clarity. Enemies don't know what to do with that. Because when fear no longer works, they lose control. Let's be clear. These 10 signs are not about domination. They're not about making others afraid for the sake of ego. They're about mastering yourself so deeply that others feel the difference the moment you walk into the room. It's the presence of someone who cannot be manipulated. The calm of someone who doesn't chase chaos. The quiet confidence of someone who fears nothing, not even being misunderstood. And yes, when you live this way, they will fear you. Not because you're cruel, but because you've become the one thing they can't control. But remember this, a Stoic doesn't seek to be feared. They seek to be free, free from impulse, free from ego, and free from fear itself. So if this video helped you reclaim even a fragment of that power, like it, share it with someone who needs it. Subscribe to Stoicism in Daily Life 68. More timeless wisdom and powerful transformation. And above all, stay disciplined, stay detached, stay true. Because the world needs more people who don't just act strong. It needs those who are. Until next time, stay calm, stay sharp, and always stay stoic.